Hey guys, it's RCK, and I'm glad to have you back here again today. We're going to be going over our last game partner that we're going to be having for a particular game where we're playing LA Swarm Hive. No, actually, this is the second partner. I assume the third partner is going to want to do his own video, so I'm going to let him do his own. But if you want to see it, he's Zan. He will be playing Asgard, which is a pretty cool nation. I mean, I could throw something up, but I don't want to step on his toes in any way. But this is Triliax Divine Citadel. This is like the remnants of Therados whenever they had all their earthquakes and they flooded the city or whatever, made it go under the city, or made the city go under the water, just because they made the gods mad. And these are remnants that have definitely left before everything became ghosty. So they're very Greek oriented as far as their sprites go. They're why this called Grand Citadel is because that they got a lot of people mad apparently. So when they're all coming to fight them at their last, I guess their capital, these walls came up, and that's why they have a Grand Citadel for their starting capital, of course. So quite interesting. As far as this nation goes, there are a lot of really defining national spells that go into this. But I will not be going over the spells. This is just a quick overview just to show you guys what one of our team members are going to be playing. Now, the person piloting this nation will be Novell. Really good guy. Played a couple of team games with him. Really known for his undead playthrough, or his undead playing way, I guess. Very good at playing undead. But he's also good. He's been trying to branch out lately, so this is going to be a really fun nation. I think it was a good pick for him. So, of course, I already said we started with the Grand Citadel. Really, really nice. Our units are going to consist of humans and Cyclops. We do have summonable forts, which are interesting, just being able to cast a spell and make a fort fairly easily. I don't quite remember how easy it is for them to do that, but I don't know. I don't remember. So, powerful water, earth, weak fire, and air, but at least have it. Talented mage smiths. I think my dog just closed the door in there. Uh, Um, Scholars help with siege, recruitable troll archons, produce water gems, powerful summonable monsters, some only underwater. So we do have a decent amount of water remnants in this. Quite interesting, and I do see them on the roster there. So that's pretty cool. Priests, they have powerful priests. That's always good to hear. Hopefully he has some holy threes when we look through. So let's go ahead and start looking at the sites, of course. Here we have the Golden Gates. Minus 75 gold per turn. You get 5 earth gems. Very nice. Produces 1 water per turn. You have all these sacreds that you recruit. And then you have Rock of the Pact. And it gives you 150 gold, which I thought was kind of interesting. Kind of thought it was weird that they made these two separate sites, unless it has something to do with certain spells. That could be a possibility. Just having a site here to give you 150 gold, then having another site give you minus 75. Why didn't you just have this one give you 75 and get rid of the second site? But like I said, there might be spells oriented with this one in particular, but I don't know off the top of my head. So first we'll look at the Trilaxian Archer. This is just a very, very average short bow unit, as we've seen in other previous national overviews. So not too much to say about this. I mean, 10 gold, 7 resources, 9 recruitment points. Very average. I guess you could mass them if you want to, but I mean, 10 gold, you don't particularly want to. 6 protection, It is just a short bow, so keep that in mind. Next we have the Peltast, and honestly enough, I feel like these are more massable, or will deal more damage to enemy units than just archers will. Just kind of due to the fact of them being able to deal a little bit more damage. So that's 12 with a javelin. That's 9 with a short bow. I mean, archers definitely fall off into the late game. So do peltasts in a way, but not as much. Because they still have their bronze spear and stuff to go and attack with. So 5 protection, match resistance of 10, morale. So they're only 8 gold a year, not bad. 10 gold, 5 resources, 9 recruitment points. Okay, definitely a light infantry troop here. They're wearing leather, have a wicker shield. Yeah, very, very light infantry. Next, we have the Cardaces. Probably pronouncing that wrong, but it's okay. Pretty solid average unit here. I mean, defense skill 13. They are formation fighters, so you'll be having 4 to a square with these guys. A bronze spear, so it's a link 3 weapon. Not too bad. Pierce damage doing 13 damage. Average stats other than defense, probably due to their shield. Map move 14, average. Combat speed 11, kind of slow. Alright, well, I think that's about average. I think that's about average. So, just a human phalanx unit here. Next, we have the Mermaidin. Mermaidin? I know that's Mermaidin. 15 gold, 29 resources. Ooh, very high resource due to her 17 protection, of course. I noticed that. 21 recruitment points, 13 hit points. A little bit higher on the hit point side. A little bit higher average or strength, attack, and defense stats here. So not too bad. They do have a bronze sword that's going to be dealing slash and pierce damage. That's always good to have those double tags on there. We're doing 15 overall. That's good. 17 protection is always nice. I mean, can't really go wrong with it. Size 2 unit that has formation fighters, so I mean, sitting 4 of these guys to a square. They also have magical horse tattoos. Quite interesting here, but you will be able to give these guys invulnerability, so it could be very powerful for you. Don't know how much it gives. And then they get a bonus to their defense and their speed, so very good actually. I kind of like that a lot. I mean, you get a bonus to your defense, you get a bonus to your speed, and you get invulnerability, and these guys are sitting 4 to a square. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. But the only downside I feel when I look at these units is when you look over at the encumbrance here. They are going to get very, very tired very quickly. So you have to be careful with them. You do not want prolonged battles. And you do not want to be fighting fatigue nations. Or nations that can easily fatigue you. Like you're not going to be wanting to fight rigor mortis, heat from hell. I don't remember off the top of my head what's the winter water one. I don't remember, but it's strong. It'll definitely make your guys fall asleep for sure. Next, we have the Aurora Hoplite. And I've actually looked at this unit a little bit. Limited recruitment, that's the only downside to it. I don't know how limited. I don't know if it's capital only. I don't know if you can only get 1 or 2 a turn. I'm not too sure. But it's 15 gold, 29 resources again, very high on the resources, and it will have 17 protection. But what I really like about this unit, okay, well, they do have 14 morale, always good, strength of 12, a little bit higher than your last unit, of course. Attack and defense skill, they actually have a little bit more attack. That's probably, is that due to them having that bronze long spear? No, not sure. But, it's just their basic attack, I guess. But this is going to be a link 4 weapon. Lots of chances. I mean, I think link 3 can repel too, but it's higher chance for a link 4 to repel. I mean, these guys sitting 4 to a square. They have their magical horse tattoos, repelling, dealing 15 pierce damage. These are pretty solid. If only they didn't have 9 encumbrance. I mean, you definitely want to be casting like relief if you can, things like that. But pretty solid unit here. I don't say so myself. After that, I actually really enjoyed having these 2 units in the roster here. I thought it added a little bit to the nation. It's quite interesting, but it does say up here that as they were doing some conquering, they ran into Pan. They enslaved some of the troops that Pan had. So now they have a Centaur slave and a Centaur chariot, which I find very interesting, and I like a good mix into here. Um, because honestly enough, this isn't a bad unit. I wish they were still Berserk, but I mean, it still isn't a bad unit, especially if you don't have any cavalry. A 30 gold, 18 recruitment, 11 resources, not bad. 9 protection, okay. They do have a shield and a cap, so they have a hat and a shield, not too bad. 16 defense skill, good. Attack skills 10, average. Strength of 13, not bad. Magical resistance of 12, not too bad either. But morale of 8, they are a slave unit. That's what's going on here. But it's a slave unit that has recuperation. Not too bad. Not too bad. They do cost about 1 gold per turn. I mean, that does have to do with them being a cavalry unit that's a slave. So they do have to be on the higher end of your slave cost. And then we have the Centaur Chariot here. Now, this isn't a slave. 50 gold, 23 resources, and 46 recruitment points. 10, 13 protection, 14 defense skill, attack skill of 9. That's not too bad. That's, I mean, not too relevant at all, but it's the trample that's really going to be dealing a lot of damage. I mean, on top of the trample, they have short bow, they have a spear, and they have a light lance. So, really, actually not that bad of a unit here. You could possibly even use these guys in expansion. So we will see how they are used. They're ambidextrous 6, not too bad. Unsurroundable, good. Pretty cool little unit you have here. As far as the rest of your land units go, we do have the Cyclops of the Coast. Lots of flavor text here, so if you want to pause that, you can go ahead and read that to yourself. But this is going to be a 95 gold unit, 3 resources, limited recruitment. Only downside there, I don't know if you ever make 1 or 2 a turn from a coast. I'm not too sure. Because it doesn't say if it's capital. Can only be recruited in capital. Okay, never mind. So hit point 70. Okay, cool. Size 4, protection 18. Wow, and that is just what's giving them protection 18? They're only wearing furs. Oh yeah, they're natural protection here. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I don't know why I looked at it and just didn't see it. Magical resistance 9. They are on the lower end as far as magical resistance go. Morale 15 is good though. Average strength is very high, so that lets me know that they're going to have a very very high siege strength, and they are with being 11.3 siege strength per unit here, and then they also have a 5.6 siege defense, not too bad at all. So very strong unit. It is their sacred, very cool. Fear 5, not bad. You can always use that and definitely make the other units run away a lot faster. Fire resistance 15 and poison resistance 15. I mean, having any resistances already built onto a sacred is great, guys. It is really, really good. So, those are 2 very good parts of the Bless. Fear 5 is always good. You have a siege bonus of 5, good. Gluttony 5, you're gonna have to make sure that these guys aren't starving, and they have a castle defense bonus of 5. But they hit like trucks. Okay, yeah, they have kind of an average attack skill, but that can be buffed through a bless or whatever. But just this weapon here, a great club, a link 3 weapon, dealing 38 blunt damage. Oh my goodness, there is nothing. I mean, there might be something out there, but I highly doubt. I mean, I haven't seen nothing in the game so far, in the game that we're playing, that can withstand this. Okay, so I feel like these guys would be pretty fun. I think they're very interesting. 20 map movement too, not too bad. Pretty cool little unit we have there. Next we'll go through the. Well, I'll save the water version till after we do the mages. I will talk about them separate. So of course you have a recruitable scout. 25 gold, very average, stealthy 50, not bad. We don't have to stand too long on that. Now we have our champion here. Now this is going to be a commander, leadership 80, not bad. They have the horse tattoo. They're a formation fighter. They have magical horse tattoo two, whereas the other ones had 1. Quite interesting. But I mean, with leadership 1, I mean you're still going to get morale bonus of +1. So if you need a commander, you can definitely use them. Next we have the priest, of course. And this is quite an interesting priest, just because, yes, it's priest level 1, but we do get random magic paths on it. So you'll always have at least 1 magic path. So you won't have too much of a downside. I mean, really depends on how much you need these. Because if you random a water, okay. I mean, random double water is probably better than just 1. Water, earth, But double earth, you have a lot of things you can do with double earth. You can do things like legions of steel, strength of giants, a couple of things like that. So keep that in mind. These guys can be used, but that's if you want to. You definitely don't have to. You definitely have better mages, of course. So here we have our scholar, a very very interesting unit. Only 140 gold, and that's why I said you can use the other one if you want to, but This mage here, I mean, the other one was what, 120? Yeah, for two paths. Well, 100% path on one, and then 50% chance. So you might not get that second path. But 140 gold unit, 3 resources, 2 recruitment points. Um, you have a fire, air, water, earth, and then a 10% chance to random another one. Um, I feel like these could definitely be your researchers. Well, 112 gold's kind of steep. We'll have to see what the rest of them are. But they do have a pretty impressive siege siege strength and siege defense. So that is quite interesting. If only they had a chance to random one of these paths, like double, like get water 2, get water, get earth 2, get air 2, or get fire 2. I feel like they'd be so much powerful than having just this 10% random chance here. Because I mean, having one on everything is I mean, they're good side searchers to go around, but other than that, you'd have to work with it. You'd have to see what little spells you can cast and how effective they will be on the battlefield, of course. Next, we have an Aristocrat. These can only be recruited in your capital. It's a 90 gold unit, 80 leadership. They have Taskmaster 3, so this is going to be for your slaves, but they're minus inspirational 1. But their defense organizes 4, so every time they're sitting in the province, they're going to increase the defense of it by 4, all the way up until 19. So you might be able to save some money like that. You have to do the math on it for how much upkeep they cost, and then the initial gold cost that they have. But I don't know. We'll see. Cool to have. We have the monster Cyclops can only be recruited in your capital. So let's see what we got here. A 205 gold unit, recruit points 1, recruitment points 1. So you might be able, so you'll be able to make 2 of these a turn. Interest, or 3 of these a turn since you have a Citadel. Didn't see that before, by the way. That's interesting. Leadership 40, 80 hit points. They are sacred. Magical resistance, protection of 19, not bad. So they are wearing a little bit of body armor here, being the bronze scale. You can see that in their picture. And also they have a bronze sword now. So they're dealing 29 pierce slash damage. Not bad. Leadership 40, okay. They have full slot armor, or full slots for all their armor. They have the fear, the animal awe. That's interesting. We didn't see that before. Okay. Pierce and fire resistance, good. Mountain survival, siege bonus of 10. Oof. Castle defense bonus 10, but gluttony 10. Oh, not the best. Patrol bonus of 10. Beastmaster, and a resource bonus of 15. Okay, okay. Not bad. But yeah, these guys are going to be very, very good thugs for you, for sure. Or, well, with them not having paths, I don't think they'll be super combatant ability at that point, but they'll definitely be great thugs. High Priest of the Sea can only be recruited in your capital. And this is a 260 gold, 3 turn mage, or no, 3 recruitment point mage, so it's going to take a turn and a half for a regular castle, but for your Citadel, it's only going to take 1 turn. A Priest level 2, Water Mage 3, Air Mage 1. With a chance to random air, water, and earth, and then a 10% chance to random air, water, and earth. So, your earth ones, they probably wouldn't be the best, but you might want them from forging because I see that you have a forge bonus here. You have a resource bonus of 15. Quite interesting. These water 3 mages, they're going to be great for casting like full-size water elementals. That's just off the top of my head. I'm sure there's tons of more things I can do. Wonder. I don't know. I don't know. I have to think about that. Water, like I like it, but it's not the most. It's not the most comfortable spell type for me. I usually play a lot of nations that don't deal with water much at all, so that's quite interesting. I mean, I usually try to like get myself into water in a way at least just to have a few answers for things, but I'm still not very knowledgeable on the water spells in general. So next we have the High Priest of the Mountain. Can only recruit it in capital and in all highlands and mountains. So let's see how good this guy is. So, because he can be recruited in more than one place. 260 gold takes 1.5 turns for a castle, 1 turn for a citadel. But he is a fire Earth 3, or Fire 1 Earth 3 with a chance to random Fire, Water, and Earth. Ooh, goodness, an Earth 4. Nice. And he definitely could possibly get an Earth 5 on top of that. Priest level 2, okay, not bad. And they do have a Forge bonus and a Resource bonus here. Cool, cool. So give him a hammer, he'll be forging 5 gem items for 2. Definitely your ability to make really, really cheap items is definitely going to be great for your Cyclops and your things like, or your Cyclops commanders. If you use them as thugs, use them as thugs in armies. Definitely having a couple of these guys going around equipped up with very cheap equipment, having them in armies just to deal with threats that your normal troops might not be able to deal with, being gods, being heavy infantry, being thugs, being super combatants. I mean, having a great sword sharpness on a strength 25 unit here, I mean, he's going to be able to crush anything that stands in front of him, or even like a Moonblade or anything like that. Depending on what it is you're fighting, of course, you have to equip him to um, deal with it. But I'm sure he can, or even a couple of these can definitely deal with a lot of things. Next, we have the Basilius. Can only be recruited in your capital. Oh my goodness. This is 4 recruitment points, but it is a 630 gold unit. It has 4 water, 4 earth, and is a priest level 3 while also having a forge bonus. Wow. Lots of cool things you can cast here with this guy. Um, and actually a spell that I haven't seen too often. I've been casting like Curse of Stones and stuff like that, which I don't know if that's in the base game, because I know it's definitely in a DE game I'm playing. I have to look at it. But I mean, this is an Earthquake caster. Um, for some reason, I want to say Quagmire, but you don't necessarily want to cast Quagmire because you also take a penalty for it. Grip of Winter, maybe, depending on how your encumbrance plays out. Or is that the one that turns temperature scale? I can't remember. But I find it quite interesting to see all this high water magic in your nation. We'll definitely have to see how this plays out in the game. So, just another really cool thing I like about this nation here is that you get recruitable trolls. I don't know why, but I just like trolls. I like all of them. The water ones, earth ones, all of them. Forest trolls. I think they're pretty cool. So first we'll look at this sea troll here. Can only be recruited in underwater forts, of course. 50 gold. Expensive on the gold cost here. 12 recruitment points. But you have to remember, okay, 52 hit points. But they have regeneration 10 and then they have underwater regeneration. So they're regenerating at 20% per turn. Not too bad. Amphibious, of course. Poison resistance. Always nice to have poison resistance going underwater. Need not need. Okay, that's good. Dark vision 50, good. There's a lot of dark places underwater. Kind of cool unit here. I like it. Yes, it is a claw, length 3, length 0 weapon, 22 damage though. Average stats, high strength, low or middle along the way protection, be fine underwater. Low encumbrance though, of 2. Wonder if you can play around doing like encumbrance plays with that. I don't know. Lots of stuff to think about. Then we have a really interesting one here, being the Troll Guard. Now, he is going to have a little bit more encumbrance, of course. He's going to be 60 gold, or 55 resources, and he'd be limited recruitment. 58 hit points, size 4, 22 protection. That is, he's going to be a beefy boy between his 58 HP and then his 22 protection. Magical resistance 14, not bad. Morale 13, not bad. On top of that, I mean, 7 encumbrance, you'll need to watch out. They're going to be very, very slow, though. This is a very big downside to if you want to use these trolls. I mean, underwater, you might be moving 1 regardless, depending on what's in your army, but these guys are definitely moving 1 per turn. And then they have their regular regen, they have their underwater regen. I mean, so when they're on land, they only get 10%, but when they're underwater, they have 20%, and they are going to be strong underwater. Amphibious, poison resistant, need not eat, dark vision 50, bodyguard unit with a coral glaive. Okay, so it has a chance to be dealing weak poison. It's a link 3 weapon that is going to be dealing 37 pierce and slash damage. My goodness, this is going to be able to just tear through anything underwater for sure, or anything on land for that matter. But underwater, it's definitely going to be able to take a lot more hits due to its high regeneration. And then on land, I mean, 22 protection is nothing to laugh at. It says troll guards of the underwater colonies are equipped with masterwork bronze armaments and can either be recruited with a temple in a laboratory or summoned. Oh, cool. Lastly, we will go over our underwater commander that we'll have, and is a Troll Archon. Very interesting, and he had some pretty cool tags when I looked at him. So, 275 gold unit, 4 recruitment points. Not great. Very, very expensive upkeep cost. Very, very expensive. 220 gold a year. He's a water 3 mage, so very good underwater for sure. Casting full size water elementals and different things. There's a couple of good underwater spells that you can cast actually being high water. And of course it is. So regeneration 15% here and then 10% there. So he has a regeneration rate of 25% on 63 hit points. He does have 12 protection, which is not bad. I guess his thong and little arm bracelets and his helmet give him some protection, I suppose. Strength 24. So if he does come in combat and they don't just outright kill him, he's going to be able to hit them pretty hard back. Surprised to see he has some cold resistance. Poison resistance, of course. Gift of water breathing, so he'll be able to take some units down underwater with him if he needs to. Then he is a gem generator. So quite interesting. This is what I assume you're paying a lot of your upkeep for, or paying something for. I feel like they probably should have got a higher upfront cost and then had a lower upkeep cost, maybe? I don't know. But he is a gem generator, 1 water gem per turn. He's basically a troll king, not a sea troll king, something along those lines. So very cool, very cool. I like this. I think this is gonna be a fun nation to play with. What are these? Just 82 a year. Okay. And did I check these guys? 104. It's actually not bad. 104 gold. Those guys are expensive. That's a lot of upkeep. But they are an 8-path mage with a holy 3. So, very, very cool, guys. I hope you enjoyed this really, really quick national overview. I'm trying to keep it around the 25-30 minute range for these since we're not doing any spells. We're not showing you anything special. Make sure you have a good one, guys. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.